Business Radio.
It's your lifestyle lurcher and business radio.
Hello. Welcome back to Next Gen Connect on Z 101.9 FM. Nice to have young people back on set today, and we have an amazing show for you. I hope you enjoyed our opportunities last week. We have more for you today. If you're tuned in, you can join us on Facebook, on Instagram, and on X on ZFMGH, and you can join us on TikTok and YouTube on ZTV. Welcome to Next Gen Connect on Z. It's 3 minutes past 2, and you're in for a ride today, and we are going to have a very interesting conversation with some young people about opportunities within the university system for young people. But I have my usual guest here today, Jackie.
Hello, hi, lovely viewers and listeners. We are back on your radio and your screens with exciting opportunities as usual. So get your notepads down and then jot them down. Amazing.
Let's listen to some music and we'll be back shortly with the best youth radio show, Next Gen Connect on Z. Amazing, amazing. That was So It Goes, like by Black Sharif featuring Fireboy. And so it goes on the show. Jackie.
Hello.
Last week we gave some interesting opportunities for young people.
Yeah.
Can we recap them?
Okay. So from last week's Bits by session, we have the KPMG Female Founders in Africa competition. And this competition is to empower women entrepreneurs by providing support, resources, and networking opportunities to drive positive transformation in their communities. But the deadline for this application is on the 28th of February. That is on Saturday. So if you're still up for it, if you want to join this competition, you want to look out to their website and their pages to apply, because it's just Saturday. And as we say on God, we are rooting for you. Go through. Secondly, we have the 2026 World Bank Group Youth Summit. And this is an event for young leaders to engage with global development issues, explore innovative solutions, and connect with industry experts and like-minded peers. The deadline for this application is March 11th, 2026. We also have the Africa Compt Fellowship Program. This is a one-year fellowship program that brings together visionary young leaders from Africa and leading German companies. The program offers a unique opportunity for African professionals to expand their skills, knowledge, and experience in Germany while promoting sustainable cooperation between Africa and Germany. The application deadline is on the 22nd of March 2026. Fourth, we have the 2026 World Food Prize Foundation Innovate for Impact Challenge. This is a collaboration between the World Food Prize and America's Cultivation Corridor, aimed at accelerating agricultural technology innovation. And this challenge seeks to support early-stage tech-driven startups addressing global food security and sustainability challenges. The application deadline is April 15th, 2026. Finally, from last week's Bits by session, we have the hackathon, HSIL hackathon. This is a Harvard Health System Innovation Lab hackathon, and it's an event where innovators co-create health solutions, focusing on building high-value health systems by leveraging AI. The participants get to design prototypes and pitch technology-powered solutions with real pathways to scale. The deadline is tomorrow. You have to go right away to the UGBS Nest pages on LinkedIn, Instagram, Facebook, X to find the forms for this application.
I am actually interested in that particular, the last one you mentioned from last week. The deadline is tomorrow, guys. And this one is for all Ghanaians or innovative young people that want to innovate and use AI to build exceptional things within the health systems, right? This is it's a partnership with the University of Ghana Business School Innovation Hub in partnership with Harvard Health Systems Innovation Lab. And this is a great opportunity for all university students. Take advantage of this. The deadline is tomorrow. The application is not lengthy. Go to the UGBS Nest pages across social media and apply. Jackie, this week, we have some interesting stuff also for our listeners. Can you go through them quickly and then we can show them how to apply? Amazing.
Yeah. So first, we have the Vital Voices Visionary Program, and this is a 7-week immersive virtual experience that supports emerging women leaders who are creating positive social impact in their communities. The program provides leadership training, networking opportunities, access to global networks of women leaders. So the eligibility criteria is that you must identify as a woman. You must be a woman between the age of 18 and above. English proficiency is also required. You must be a founder or co-founder of a social sector organization or social enterprise. You must not currently be participating in or graduated from any Vital Voices leadership program within 2025 and 2026. The benefits are you get leadership training and development, networking opportunities with women leaders from around the world. You get access to the Vital Voices Global Network, which has over 47,000 women leaders. You also get a certificate of completion and then opportunities to further your training and investment in personal leadership journey. The deadline for this application is the 13th of March 2026. So you want to visit www.vitalvoices.org for the application link. Second on the list, we have the West Africa Civil Society Institute of Research Fellowship Program, that is WACSI. This research fellowship program strengthens research, analytic, and documentation skills of emerging scholars, focusing on indigenous knowledge in biodiversity and conversation. This is a 6-month program which will be running from May to October 2026. So they are inviting young researchers from Ghana, Guinea, Liberia, Nigeria, and Senegal. You must have strong correlation between the intended topic of interest, that is the biodiversity and conservation sector. You must demonstrate analytical skills and the ability to perform independent research. You must also be fluent in English or French. Some benefits are you get the opportunity to publish your research in a globally acclaimed platform. You also get production of a publishable research report or policy document. You get mentorship and guidance through the fellowship. You get a monthly stipend and research allowance. You also get access to the WACSI publications and network. The deadline for this application is also the 13th of March 2026. You want to go to the web pages of the West African Civil Society Institute for this research. Third on our list, we have the ICC ITC WTO MSME Group Small Business Champions Competition. So this is also an annual initiative by the International Chamber of Commerce, the International Trade Center, and the World Trade Organization, working with groups in micro, small, and medium-sized enterprises. The competition focuses on empowering small businesses to leverage AI for international trade, aiming to streamline supply chains, reduce costs, and enhance global competitiveness. The eligibility criteria is that you must be a small business developing innovative AI solutions for the MSMEs. You must also be an industry association, chambers of commerce, or NGO providing AI-related training. And some benefits are you get invitation to the AI for Good Global Summit in July 8th. 2026. You also get fireside chat with competition organizers, your speaker summit pass for networking opportunities, you get training and mentorship opportunities, and a global promotion. And the application deadline is on March 16th, 2026. Last but not the least, we have the One Young World Hawa Ojefu Scholarship. This scholarship empowers young leaders address challenges facing women, girls, and providing tools, knowledge, and global platform for transformative actions. To be eligible for this scholarship, you must be between 18 and 30. You must be in a leadership role or working with an organization that is championing the initiatives in the above sectors, that is mental health, domestic and sexual violence, disability rights, maternal and child health, and issues of girl, child, and communicable diseases. You must live and make impact in Africa, Asia, or Middle East. You must be willing to engage with fellow scholars. So the benefits is that you get access to the One Young World Summit 2026 in Cape Town, that is South Africa. You also get a lifelong membership of the One Young World Ambassador community. You get opportunity to apply for grant funding that is up to $25,000. They are paying for your hotel accommodation and return travel from Cape Town. Also, your catering and transportation fees are also catered for. And the application deadline is 27th March 2026.
Amazing, Jackie. These are some interesting opportunities for our listeners, and we hope that you are applying to these opportunities. We hope you are taking advantage of them and getting these things done. Jackie,
Yeah.
this week we've had some interesting conversations about young people and what young people are doing with their lives. And the next session of this show is going to really dwell on university students, and most of them are Gen Zs now, and what Gen Zs are doing with their time within the universities. Are they finding opportunities within that space? And even if those opportunities are bringing them some benefits or not, right? So that is what we are going to discuss today. I want to ask you, this week there's been an interesting conversation on the Business and Breakfast show on Z about young people. 70% of Gen Zs actually spending, they don't save, right? All their monies are going to what they eat. And today you were telling me that a lot of them also care about what they put on their hair and stuff.
Yes. So I was saying mostly we want to let me not add myself. They want to
Why?
find.
But you are part of the young people.
Well, I don't do that, so I can't speak for them. So it's like they want to find themselves in these popular restaurants and all that, and they cost. Even foreigners are complaining about the prices these restaurants are charging. But we want to find ourselves there because of the ambience, the aesthetics.
So you think
we want to take pictures and post and show our friends. So
wow. So I have this question.
Yeah.
You think young people actually can save?
Oh, they can.
But they choose not to. They are using their monies rather to go to fancy places and chill and all that. That's what you think?
I mean, it will shock you the amount of money a Gen Z is carrying, but they actually don't want to save it.
Wow. So there are more things we need to research on this.
Yes.
I mean, that takes us to the next part of our conversation. We have an amazing conversation with 3 young people, and we are going to get understanding of how they get opportunities within the university system. Before we have that conversation, we go on a short commercial break, and when we are back, we have the conversation.
More without paying more. That's why Melcom is giving you more for less. From groceries to home essentials, fashion, electronics, and more. You get quality products at the best deals possible. This is not a one-day thing. From 19th January to 17th March, the savings keep coming. So before you buy anywhere else, remember, Melcom gives you more for less. Melcom, your #1 shopping destination.
Stay tuned to your lifestyle, leisure, and business radio.
101.9 FM, and you are tuned into Next Gen Connect. Today we are going to have a very interesting conversation. I hope you are joined us on Facebook, you've joined us on X, you've joined us on Instagram on ZFMGH, and you've joined us on TikTok and YouTube on Z. And we are going to have an interesting conversation, guys. I have three dynamic young people here, and they are going to introduce themselves to us. Brian.
Yes, sir.
How are you doing?
I'm doing excellent. How about you?
I like your voice. Can you introduce yourself to us?
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So my name is Adusudoji Brian, and I'm a student from the University of Ghana, offering human resource management and psychology.
Okay, human resource management and psychology.
Yes, please.
And then I also have Davis. Davis, talk to us. Introduce yourself to our audience. Who are you? Where are you from? And what do you do?
Okay, so I am Davis. My name is Davis. I'm a student. I'm a student in University. I study.
Davis, wait. Introduce yourself again. We want to hear your name and where you are from.
Okay, so I'm Davis. I'm a student in KNUST. I'm studying industrial engineering. I come from Accra, and yeah, I guess that's
Okay.
for me.
And then we have Miss Lois. Introduce yourself to us, Lois.
Hi everyone, I'm Lois. I'm from Ashesi, and I am a computer science student.
Amazing. We have three dynamic guests today from University of Ghana, Tech, and then Ashesi University. And today the conversation is simple. Our university systems presenting opportunities to young people. Are you having the kind of opportunities you want from the university systems? You are coming from great universities in Ghana, and we want to have that conversation just to get the sense of if someone has finished SS and they are trying to go to the university, what kind of opportunities are available in the system for them? And are you guys taking that opportunity even seriously? So I'll start with the lady. They say the ladies first, right? So Lois.
Yes, please.
So you are a computer science major.
Yes, I am.
Wow, how is that?
It's interesting. There are different fields and different aspects to computer science. So it all depends on what you want to do and what you see yourself doing in the future.
Wow. And so the question is the same as I want to ask it. So you bought forms, you applied to Ashesi. What was your expectation when you were going to school? Forget about Ashesi. What was your expectation for the university? Did you expect to just go and learn and pass exams, or did you have any extra expectations as a young person? Talk to us.
Honestly, with my experience in my high school, I was big into clubs and I learned a lot from my club experiences. So going to university, I knew I wasn't going to focus mainly on my studies, and even though that's extremely important, I wasn't going to only focus on that, but also get some of the soft skills that are necessary in clubs. And I believe the university space provides all of that. Yes.
Okay, let me talk to Davis. Davis, so talk to me about a university graduate or a university student, your typical day in school. What do you do? What is your typical day in school like as a young Gen Z in the university? Run us through that.
Okay, so you typically get up, say 6 a.m., and first thing you check is whether your class rep has given a message saying class is cancelled.
Wow, so you don't
that.
want to go to class that
You
day.
don't want to go to class. No, you don't want to go to class. But then you don't always get that. So, you check your schedule. You have class at, say, 8 a.m. You get ready, and then you go for your class. Then you go about your day. When it's when you're done with class, you just come back to your hostel and go on your socials, check what your girlfriend or your boyfriend is saying.
Wow.
And, you go to bed. Yeah.
Based on girlfriend-boyfriend issues, I want to talk about that, juxtaposing that against your studies and opportunities within the university system. So Our parents think we are in school, we wake up, we go to class, we learn, we pass our exams, we come back home. But me, for instance, being in the university system, I know that is not true. I know there are several extracurricular things we do in the university that either present us opportunities or not. So how do you juxtapose getting into clubs, getting into entrepreneurship groups against social life, your friends, your girlfriends, and then your studies? How do you juxtapose that as a young person as against taking opportunities that come to you?
Okay, so I would say ultimately depends on what you define as your priorities. You know, is a relationship a priority for you at the moment? Is finding opportunity a priority for you at the moment? And so, you know, and several other things. And so I think ultimately, if you're able to define what it is you want for yourself, if you're able to set your objectives straight, you can. It's easy to then navigate your way through all these things. Yeah.
Amazing. Let me come to Brian.
Can I add something to that?
Yes, you can definitely add something, Lois.
Yes. So I also think that it depends on, like he said, your priorities. But then if you think that you are an individual who can juggle all these three things and still make time for each of them respectively, then yes, I think you should go for it. You can do relationships. You can do...
I like the way the topic of relationships has come so early in the conversation.
No.
But yeah.
You can get the opportunities, you can be in a relationship, and you can still do school. But then it all depends on the kind of individual you are. So just know yourself. And if you think you get distracted from the other, then prioritize what's important to you. Yes.
Amazing. So let's go to Brian.
Yeah.
Brian,
Yeah.
my question to you specifically will be focus, right?
Yeah.
And then grabbing opportunities. Me, for once, I know that the university system, there are emails that university send opportunities to students. In your emails, there are opportunities for entrepreneurship, there's career and stuff. Do young people within our university systems even check their emails for this opportunity in the first place, and do they take them?
Okay, so I'm speaking from my perspective.
Please do.
From level 100 in the University of Ghana, they send us emails regularly to our student emails about opportunities to master's programs. Even sometimes your department might send you they might send a communique about innovation, like entrepreneurship programs and stuff. I think most people will be passive towards it. It's only when you reach level 300 or 400 that people start to like pay attention to these stuff. But the preparation must start from level 100.
Okay.
Because that's how you build your GPA. That's how you build the relevant criteria for meeting these scholarships and other opportunities. And I think it's all on the individual. The school can play their part. They can send you the communique. The department can play their part. They might tell the executive to post to the flyers and send it to your class group. But you, the individual, must see the importance of it and apply for them and take the opportunities.
I'll ask this follow-up question to you, Brian, and then the rest of Davis and Lois can also take it.
All right.
So are the schools playing their part? You mentioned an important thing. Are our universities playing their part in sharing opportunities? I'll particularly say entrepreneurial opportunities, because we know the issue in Ghana. Over 80,000 students go through our university system and graduate each year. And these people have to line up to find jobs, right? Are the universities preparing us not just to pass exams, but to get opportunities, entrepreneurial opportunities during and after our studies?
That's a great question. That's a great question.
Tell me about it. Tell me about it.
I think, from my perspective, I feel like, yes, the university plays their part to some extent. Yes, the opportunities are made available. When I'm in my department, the Human Resource Management Department, scholarships, countries, other schools, business schools from abroad come to the department. They speak to our HODs. The HODs call us on board, like students and maybe student leaders, and they tell us to spread the information. So I feel like the school plays their part. The onus lies on the individual. I'm hitting this point again. So the onus lies on the individual to know whether they want to take advantage of these opportunities or not. So I feel like, the school plays a part on the side of scholarship opportunities. On the side of entrepreneurship, yes, in my school, I'm in a business school, so I feel like yes, because we have the innovation hub, for instance, where we run programs for student entrepreneurs, and they have pitches, hackathons, and stuff. So I feel like the school is playing their part.
Yeah, Davis, can you take this also and let us know, is the school playing their part in the efforts to create opportunities, more often entrepreneurial opportunities for young people within the universities?
Okay, so I'll concur with my brother Brian here in saying that yes, to some extent the schools are playing their part, but then I would say ultimately the onus falls on the individual, because say for instance you're a student in level 100 and you came to school with clear goals in mind, and so you start building yourself up to the point where when you are now in level say 300 and you start to encounter these opportunities, you're able to adequately assess them, as compared to when you come to school first year and you're just all about the place. It's just parties and games and whatnot.
Yeah.
And you get to that level 300 year, and there's all these opportunities in front of you, but it's like you might not even know what to choose because you don't have any vision for yourself. And to the point of the schools playing their part, the schools are playing their part very, very much. If we take, for instance, winning grants, there are institutions in schools that are like aggressive in winning grants from institutions from outside or no. And so the schools are able to pull these resources, they're able to pull experts, they're able to pull just about everything you need to help you build yourself up after school. But then again, are the individuals, are the students themselves ready to tap into this wealth of resources? That's the question.
I'll pose this question a little bit differently to Lois, right? And then ask it from the student's side. Are university students taking these opportunities that are available within the universities, as Brian and Davis have said?
So there are so many, like they've already said, there are so many opportunities in the universities. But like the question that you just asked, are they taking advantage of these opportunities? Most of the time, the answer is no. Because, like they've already said, these students come in and they don't come in with the mindset of taking or starting a business. They want to pass their courses. They want to have fun, go out with their friends. At the first year or second year, the mindset isn't really to start a business or kind of get revenue. That's not usually the mindset that first years and second year students come with. But that's not right. Because I think if students start building this entrepreneurial mindset from the first year or from day one, by the time they reach level 400, with all the opportunities that the universities presents, they would be able to do something big with all these opportunities, from scholarships to grants to even most people who are serious, you can end up getting internships. You can end up, by the time you complete, you should even have a job. Students who are serious from the first day. So yes, that's what I'm saying. So my answer to that is no, most students don't take advantage, but they should.
Wow, that's interesting. I mean, the opportunities are available, but students are not taking them. I mean, this is an interesting conversation, and we are getting some feedback from online. Our viewers and listeners are sending in some comments. Theophilus King is saying that this is a great show, and so you guys are doing well. Prisabel Labi is saying the only show that educates, informs, and brings you great opportunities as well. Thank you, Prisabel. Nee says good conversations brings back loads of memories. Yeah, university. I mean, I have so many memories. Tina is saying interesting conversations. Nate Tete is saying I love this conversation. So you guys are really, I mean, saying what is on people's minds. I have this interesting question, and I really want to hear from you. There's this assertion on the street that in this day and age, young people should make money. And there's a lot of pressure on young people to make quick money. The alternative is that travel abroad. You know, young people want to, Charlie Ghana, the system make hard. Do you face these pressures as young people, and how do you handle it? Especially within the university community, right? How do you handle those pressures? I'll start with Brian.
Okay. All right. So how do we handle pressures?
Do you face them?
Okay.
And then in what kinds of conversations are young people having about this pressures of, oh, I have for travel, or I have for leave Ghana, I have for find opportunities. And you guys are saying these opportunities already exist in the university. So how do you juxtapose these thoughts and these communities, and how do you handle them?
Okay, so great question. Most the conversations from colleagues of mine and myself that we have about maybe, let's say, leaving Ghana, I think yes, it's a topic it's an issue that we talk about mostly, like with friends. Most of my friends are like, they want to travel abroad and go and live abroad. The system here is no good. The system here is not helping them. Some of them too are like, they want to start a business. They want to make money. But what I've realized among my friends, the entrepreneurial ones, is that they don't have the knowledge, that entrepreneurial knowledge and skills to build a profitable business. Because most of the business that we see when we are growing up at university students are like, maybe someone is selling bracelets, maybe someone is selling shirts, maybe someone is selling perfumes. We are not thinking about business that like big businesses, like let's say the Mark Zuckerbergs.
That is interesting.
Yeah, building platforms, building legacy, something big, right? They're thinking, when they think entrepreneurship, they are thinking about some small stuff. Even though their ambitions are big, they think about some small selling and buying and selling stuff. I think there needs to be like that. Yes, we are ambitious, we need money, but there needs to be like opportunity that will help us like build the entrepreneurial skills to actually build a solid business. Yeah.
Amazing. Davis, would you like a take on this question also?
Yes.
How do you handle these pressures? Or you want Jackpa?
Okay, so all we are saying is very true. I mean, if you take 10 young people, I'd say 7 out of the 10 want to go outside. But in my opinion, if you ask them, okay, what is your game plan for going outside? I don't think they'd give you any concrete responses, you know. It's just, oh, I want to go outside because I know or I think that there's opportunity for me out there, like than in Ghana here. But if they were to sit down and actually compare going outside and staying in Ghana here, what you can do here, like right now, what you can start right now, as compared to going outside and going through what you can do, you realize there is more you can do here. There's more you can start to do in Ghana than going outside there. Let's take this for instance. Outside, they care about credibility very much. They care about what you can do, capacity, very much. Way more than maybe, oh, I know this guy or I know this person. No. So let's say you're a graduate student and it is not for further studies that you've gone outside for. You say you want to go and work. You've gone outside. Are you going to work at McDonald's? Are you going to work a gas station? You'll get there and you realize that you have to probably take up 6 or 5 jobs. You're going to just kill yourself for the money you claim you want. But here, maybe no, there's opportunity here. I don't have to talk much. But I would say it's way better here than going outside.
Let me shift to Lois. Lois, in answering this question, I want you to also think about, I mean, we have shout outs from Yaira Kojo Tete, who is saying most students now don't take internships seriously. Talk about internships in this space also, as against going abroad. I completed the university, my undergrad somewhere 2016, and most of my friends got internships at Goldman Sachs, right? In big companies that are in the US. So are these opportunities also real for some of you guys here now? Do you look beyond that? I'm also very interested in what Brian said about businesses that students are thinking about, selling bracelets and stuff. But I want us to have a go on the internship bit. Let's talk about internship opportunities within our university system.
Okay, so Oliver, I think what many students fail to realize is that you can find an internship anywhere. Your internship does not necessarily have to be within the field that you're doing. You don't, because you're an engineering student doesn't mean you only have to do an engineering internship. You can take up a business internship. And through that internship, you will learn things that you like and things you do not like. And through this, you would know that, okay, maybe when I grow up, I don't want to work in this space or that space, mainly because you have worked in so many different spaces. And that's what people don't understand with internships, because people just look at, okay, I'm a computer science major, so I only want to work in a computer science field. And that's not right, because then you limit yourself or you box yourself in. What if when you grow up, you don't end up working in a computer science field? You could be doing business. And because of your business internship, you would have gained some skills and some criteria and expertise in order to be able to thrive in that position that you find yourself in, because you never know where life is going to go. So I think to the young people, you just have to do everything. Every legal, incredible thing.
That's amazing. Legal, incredible. I like that prefix, and that is important. I want to talk about what Brian said, and let's juxtapose that a little bit. I think when young people are thinking about business, they are thinking about, oh, let's sell some biscuits, let's do some let's sell some bracelets, let's sell some shoes. So we are starting this initiative at AfriVenture Lab called the AfriVenture Tech Fridays, right? Mm-hmm. It's starting tomorrow, and Zed is a partner. We are holding it at the University of Ghana Business School Innovation and Incubation Hub space. We are talking about how young people can utilize tech to build their businesses. You see, the VCs are looking for tech businesses. The Nigerians, they don't go. They are developing interesting products with tech, and they are attracting very interesting funding, right? And so we can also build that community here in Ghana and do some big things. So we are having our maiden event tomorrow at 4 p.m. at the University of Ghana Business School, the AfriVenture Tech Fridays, and we are inviting everybody to be part of it. Zed is a partner. We are doing this together, and Next Gen Connect is championing this. Let's come together and make this work. So I'm asking, why don't young people build with tech, right? These opportunities are available. I work on Legon campus, so I know there's a computer science lab, there's unlimited internet, there are platforms that help you build apps. Why are young people not considering this, but they are considering sharp money, right? Let's go and sell chains. Let's go and sell shoes. Why do you think that is? And how can we change that mindset to let more people think about venturing into real business and building their businesses? Brian, you can have a go at that.
Okay. So I think it's all about what they see, what we as young people, we see on social media. So a typical young person, when I'm scrolling through TikTok and I'm looking at maybe young entrepreneurs even people in your hostel or in your rooms, this is what they do. That's what they sell. You're not seeing influential figures who are into the tech. If we're a country or we're a youth-based society where like we are seeing young people building products, building tech products, building products with artificial intelligence and integrating it into businesses, it will motivate us to like build stuff like that. Yeah. But if we don't see that, we don't see people doing that, we wouldn't do it. Because let's say you go on social media, you go on TikTok for instance, and you're scrolling, it will be hard for you to see someone building something tech. But if you want to see someone selling stuff, selling secondhand clothing, how do we call it? Thrift.
Yeah, it's easy to see that online. Yeah.
So that's what we are exposed to. We are not exposed to the building businesses with tech, building AI and doing all that stuff. We are not exposed to that.
I know Lois will have a lot to say about this because she's always like, hey, Ashesi. Please tell us. Are young people taking these tech opportunities, and how, if they are not, how can we sensitize them to take these opportunities?
Okay, so yes, I do think some of the young people are taking advantage of these opportunities. I am not going to attribute it to the environment I find myself in, but I believe that there are many young people who are actually starting great things in tech. It's just that these individuals, you see, the mindset right now is, let me do something quick that I can get money quick. And that isn't the mindset I personally believe in, because I think hard work and basically planning for the long term is very essential, because somebody might make it right now and then in the next 10 years, the business is nowhere to be seen. But somebody who has been planning and working on this business over the next couple of years, you can see that the person maybe started really small. Maybe the person was maybe building an app in their garage or building an app in their room. And next thing you know, in the next 5-10 years, you can get the new creator of Facebook, something. Do you see what I'm saying? Not 5 years, but like, you get do you get where I'm coming from?
Yeah.
So I think it's just the mindset, and how we are going to get the mindset changed. That's the issue, because like Brian was saying, it's what we are exposed to and what we see. Many times, the Ghanaian youth does not see the big tech unless you yourself, you're actually into those things and you actually go looking out for it. You wouldn't see those things in your environment. But me considering my environment, that's all I have to say.
I will give some shout outs to some people on Facebook. I think today we are having massive interest in the show. Richard is saying that, this matter. And we have flamboyant outfits. So the opportunities for young people now seem so numerous, so they don't have value for the opportunities anymore. Hey, are you sure? And we have Martin Garrix, who is saying it's all about accessibility to the opportunities, which I agree to. And Kofi Kingsley, you write plenty. We will need to teach our students to think beyond the survival mentality. Mm-hmm. We need young men that will think with the future in view, not just something that will give me something to eat for the meantime. Hey, Kofi, I believe the youth are ready, and let all help push them to the top. And I think that is true. We have our final set of questions for our interview. I'm so sad that we are going to end today. You want to address? Davis, right. Please go for it. So, go for it before our last set of questions. Yeah.
Okay. So on what they both said, it's very, very true. Most young people are just looking for what I can do to start earning, say, next week. And I think in thinking that way, they miss the point of creating a business. I mean, you start a business to make revenue. You start a business to make profit, yes. But down to its core, it's a problem you're solving. You've seen some gap in the market, and you make you take the initiative to address that gap, to solve it. If you take the example of Jeff Bezos, creator of Amazon. He started Amazon at the time the internet had just started booming. And his vision was, so we have the internet, but there's nothing on it. So I'll sell books on the internet. I'll sell cassettes on the internet. I'll sell just about anything I can get my hands on. I'll sell it on the internet. And it took Bezos 7 years before he I think, broke revenue and started to actually make profit. Bezos believed in his vision that he could address that gap. He could capitalize on that gap. And so I think ultimately we have to be able to put on the lens of finding gaps, finding opportunities in spaces, because ultimately you want to solve a problem. And when you solve a problem that people are facing, that's when you can get your money. As compared to just doing something to get a quick buck tomorrow. Amazing.
I think today, when I sleep, I'll sleep by and I'll go and look for opportunity, because this conversation has been really interesting. My last set of questions to all of you will be, now we've identified what we need to do as young people. We need to seize these opportunities that already exist within our university. But then there is a bigger layer, which is the system, right? The government, the systems that help us make our opportunities, or when we grab the opportunities, make them come to life. Like, I want to start a business. It's a system that is existing easy for me, right? Making it easy for me to start. Do you think there's a enterprise building culture that has been set in Ghana? If there is not, what do you suggest as young people to see happen? If there is, fine. But if you think there is not, what do young people suggest that is available for them to be able to build? Brian, you can have a go at this, and then everybody else, then we can close. We have a few minutes to end the show.
Okay, so I'll make it snappy. Yeah. I think the government should capital. Sometimes capital is very necessary. So there was a time where a colleague and I, and also when capital is not, when I say capital, I don't mean only money. I mean by maybe your network as a capital, or exposing entrepreneurs to opportunities, or giving them the space where they can test their ideas. I remember there was a time a colleague and I wanted to he built this product where it's like for healthcare. We're using AI to do some healthcare stuff. We called it Better Health. And our main problem was that we weren't getting hospitals to work with. So we built a product. We wanted a hospital to partner with so that we can talk to, especially maybe the government hospitals, the public hospitals. But we weren't getting the opportunity, because when you go there, when you visit them, they'll be like, this small boy, whether he can do.
I know that.
So we weren't being received. I think so. One thing the government can do is provide access to capital, provide access to mentorship, and build and create the environment, create a system where young people can be give us that trust that we can build something that is credible and sustainable.
Amazing. Davis, over to you.
Okay, thank you. So I think that the government, yes, does play a big role. I would like to talk about, say, compliance and regulation, because a lot of times when you're setting up business, that is one of the points you get to that you realize there is plenty headway to get through. And so I think if government actors can, find some middle ground with entrepreneurs to sort of streamline those bottlenecks, it would help out very much. And also, let's see. Okay, yeah, I think that's all for me for now.
Yeah, Lois, let's hear from you.
Oh, personally, I think what everybody has said, I agree with everything everybody has said. Yes, I think if we understood what they said, then everything is okay from my end.
Wow. Thank you, Brian. Thank you, Davis. Thank you, Lois, for this amazing conversation. And I hope young people relate to these conversations and they are taking advantage of the opportunities we share here. And then they're also learning something from these exciting conversations that we have. All too soon, we brought the show to an end. This is Next Gen Connect on Z 101.9 FM. Join us again, same time next week for some interesting conversation. Up next is Highway 1019 with Richard Sticks. And have a nice day. We'll see you again next week. And adios. Bye-bye.